Hi guys, I'm David Setiabudi, and today we are going to talk about high and low level languages in programming. What is high level languages? What is low level languages? Let's find out. So, a lot of people speak in Malay, Chinese, Tamil, Hindi, Indonesia, Thai, Tagalog, German, French, and other languages. Some speak this language, some speak that language. So, in order for two people to understand each other, they need to speak the same language, or at least the other one can understand the other person's language. Okay, so let's see. From this cartoon, we can see the first person say 在哪里? But the second person doesn't understand what the first person talking about and say, what? See, they don't understand each other because they don't speak the same language. So, what is interpreter? Interpreter translates. So, by having an interpreter, there is a translation from one language to the other language. So, let's see from this cartoon, but it's a joke, okay? I hope you get it. So, the first person say, this one is the first person, 在哪里? And then comes this short guy, which is this one is an interpreter. He said, let me translate it. He said, you are an idiot. And then the third person said, how dare, he said like that. The third person are really angry. But actually, the first person said, 在哪里 means, where is it? This person is asking, where is it? But this bad interpreter making a bad translation, so the third person is angry. But that's a joke. Okay, but you see the importance of this interpreter. Okay, the importance of this interpreter is translate from one language to the other language. Now, programmer uses different programming languages to communicate with computer. So, some person use language A, some person uses language B, some uses language C, D, and E to communicate with computer. Okay? Now, some people uses assembly. What is assembly? I will explain you later on. C++, C#, COBOL, FORTRAN, and the other language. Okay? And this is the joke. And this person will say, I love you to the computer. And the computer will say, sick, sick, sick. Okay. Now, computer only understand their own machine code. Okay. So basically, computer doesn't speak our human language. The computer speak their machine code, their machine language. Okay, a program, what you want, needs to be translated into a machine code before the computer can understand it. So you see, after it's translated into 0110001101100011, and the computer says 1111. Okay, they understand each other. So computer need to understand. Okay, the only thing that computer understand is only machine code. Okay. Now, what is a program? Programs are our way to tell a computer what to do. Hey, computer, do this. How to do it? Okay, computer, you go through this way, that way, and then you find this way out. So you need to tell the computer how to do it and when to do it. I want you to do it now. Or you make a program A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then you do the A first, and then B, and then C, and then Z, and then J, and then P. You can always tell the computer what to do, how to do, and when to do it. Okay? That is what program for. So, example like this. You click a button and then play music. This one is a program. Okay? The program has options of browsing the internet, play music, or shut down. So this is the program. Okay? It's a software, not hardware. Okay? So, again, what is the program? Computer can be told to stream videos, write report, show game, weather forecast, or anything you want. Okay? Of course, playing music. Okay, this sample of a program that asking the computer to perform a mathematical quiz. Okay, you can command a computer to do something through a program. This one is asking, okay, do a mathematical quiz. This one, I use Scratch. This is what I do in the Scratch. So, what is 6 times 9? Okay, this one is using Scratch. So, this is the scripts or the code. See, all of these. Scratch, yeah, I know some of you know that Scratch is made for game programming. It's made by MIT. And you just drag and drop the blocks, but then you need to know the logic. Okay, this program is written using Scratch. Okay, and the program is making a mathematical quiz. It's asking here, and then you can type here the answer. 6 times 9 is 15. You're an idiot. It's not 15. It's 54. Okay. Let's keep this out, okay?
It's gravity. Change y by 10. Keep going up. Falling down. You cannot press jump. Then this one press jump. Yes. Here we go. So it's on the top.
Now, what is a computer program? Computer program is a list of instructions that enable a computer to perform a specific task. Okay? Specific task. Browsing internet is a specific task. Playing a music, specific task. Shut down is also a specific task. How to create computer program? Okay. Who creates the computer program? Programmer. Okay? But then how programmer creating a computer program? Okay, it can be written in high-level languages. It can be written in low-level languages, depending on the task performed or the computer to be used. This is what I do in Adobe Director. This script, I do it in Lingo, Director Lingo, this one, all of this. Okay, you see this one is high-level languages. This is a sample of high-level languages. You see this one, on begin sprite me, global first pick, comma, second pick, comma, steps. First pick is 0, second pick equals to 0, step 0. And on mouse enter, set the ink of sprite and so on. You see this one, this one is English-like. It's not English, but it's English-like. It's easy to understand. And this one is a sample of high-level languages. High-level languages are used by most of the computer programmers in the world. And high-level language is enabling the programmer just to focus on the problem to be solved and require no knowledge of the hardware and instruction set of the computer that will use the program. So let's say you are going to create a game, okay? You just use the program, okay? You type the program that you want for the character to jump from the left to the right and the enemy hits the power and so on. Let's say you are going to create a game program. You don't need to understand how to command the processor, okay? You don't need to command the mouse and the other, okay? You just focus on the problem that you are going to solve. And you don't need to do an instruction set of the computer that will use the program. Okay, that one is high-level language. And this one is a sample from scratch. This one is also using high-level languages. So, you see, when the flag is clicked, say multiplication challenge by David Setiabudi for 2 seconds. After that, this text is gone and you set score to 0, question number to 0, how many questions to 0, and then you will say again, say multiplication challenge for 2 seconds and so on. You see, it's English-like. This one is the high-level language. This one is also high-level language. It's using Lingo in Adobe Director. Many high-level languages are portable and can be used on different types of computer, such as Java, Visual Basic, Delphi, C++, C#, Python, and so on, including ActionScript, Lingo, Director's Lingo, and so on. The advantage of high-level language are read and understand as the language are closer to human language. See, it's an English-like language, so it's easier to understand. And then write in a shorter time. So programmer, rather than they say 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, okay, it takes a longer time. So you use high level language, you can make a program in a shorter time. And the third one is debug at the development stage. So let's say when you develop a program, okay, you can find the bugs or the errors that you create easily at the development stage. And then the fourth one is maintain once in use. Get it? Okay, I'm going to give you an example of high-level language, which the script I create using Adobe Director. So high-level language is closer to human language. So this is the evidence. You see, on mouse up me, global, first number, and second number. The first number equals to random 6. The second number equals to random 6. So this one is like a first dice. Dice has 6 sides, so this one is random 6. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 in random. Sometimes you get 6, sometimes you get 4. And the second number is also random 6. So total all equals to first number added by second number. So let's say the first random is 3 and the second number is 1. So the total all will be 4. That's right. So here is member result dot text. It's a field. I'm going to show the result in a field. So here is written first dice equals to 3. This variable. This variable becomes 3. This is also a variable, creating from this one, first number and second number. So member result text the second dice. And then the last one is total is total all. Or if you want to make it separately, you can write down here, you can make 3 fields. Okay, member result 1. Okay, the first dice, and then member result 2, and then the last one is member result 3. So you can see the 3 lines from the first dice, second dice, and total. This one is called high-level language. I hope you understand. Okay, low-level language. Low-level language relates to the specific architecture and hardware of particular type of computer. It's used by less programmer in the world. It refers to the machine code, the binary instruction, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, that one is low-level language. But there are 2 types of low-level language. The first one is the machine code. The second one is assembly. So assembly language. This one, okay, I'll read first, refers to the machine code, the binary instruction that computer understands. The first one, the machine code 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. and then or any assembly language that needs to be translated to a machine code. It's nearer to the 0101, but above the machine code. Okay? Okay, there are two kinds of low-level language. The first one is assembly language, and then a machine code. See, if you want to command a processor, you can use this assembly language or a machine code. Assembly language. Few programmers write programs using assembly language. They do so because it's to make use of special hardware. Some special hardware is not using the high-level language. So another one is to make use of special machine dependent instruction. So it's a really simple yet complicated machine. They are commanded by a simple command 010101, or you can use the assembly language to command the hardware. The third one is to write code that doesn't take up much space in the primary memory. Because you write in the assembly language, which is really short, okay, it doesn't take up much memory, unlike the high-level language. So the last one is to perform a task very quickly. If you want to know what is assembly language, the sample is like this. You type down LDA first, and then add, second, STO, sum. Okay, what is the meaning of those words? LDA. Load the value of the variable into the accumulator, which is first here means first number in the accumulator. So you put the first number there. And then add means adding the second number in the accumulator. STO is storing or replacing the value in the accumulator with the result of the sum. Actually, this assembly language is asking you to put the first number and the second number, and then you just total it. Total the first number and the second number, and then replacing and store. This is what the assembly language means. You see, it's shorter, and the word is really short too. It doesn't use up many memory. It's faster. Okay guys, I'm going to share you this important information about assembly language. It's not in the book, okay, but it's being asked in the IGCSE test. So, assembly language, note this down, write it down, okay? Use mnemonic codes. Don't read the M, okay? You just use mnemonic codes. What is mnemonic codes? Okay? You see, this assembly language is using mnemonic codes, LDA, load first, add second, store the sum of the first and second number. So, use mnemonic codes. What does mnemonic means? Mnemonic is a system such as a pattern of letters, ideas, or associations which assist in remembering something. It helps you to remember something. Okay, such like Roy G. Biff. It's a name used for you to remember the colors of the rainbow. You see, the R is red, O is orange, Y is yellow, G is green, B is blue, I is indigo, and V for violet. This one will make you easily to remember the colors of the rainbow. This one too. The assembly language, LDA, load the first number, add the second number, store the sum of the first and the second number. Okay. The second fact about the assembly language is it needs a translator to be executed. Such like high-level language, it needs to be translated into a machine code which is 010101. From high-level language, translated into a machine language. And assembly language, this one LDA, first, add, second, STO, sum, it's also need a translator to become a machine language, 0101. It also need a translator. So if in the IGCSE test is asking you about true or false, about, let's say the question is, assembly language doesn't need translator to be executed. And the answer is true or false? False. Yes, it needs a translator. And the third one is this assembly language is used to create a driver for the specific hardware to connect to computer. So, what does that mean? Let's say you are inventing a graphic tablet or you invent a new printer. The new printer is not known by the processor or even the software itself didn't know about your new device, your new webcam, your new printer that you invent. So you need this assembly language, okay, to be created as a driver so you can introduce your new hardware to the processor. Hey processor, this one is my new invention. So now you can communicate with each other. So the device is known. Okay? This is what the assembly language are for. Okay? The assembly languages are for. Okay? Let's go next. Why programmers don't use the machine code to write a program? Can you answer the question of this person? Why don't you write down a program 010101010101? Why is that? This one, the low-level language. The first one is the assembly language. The second one is this machine code. Programmers do not usually write in machine code as it is. The first one is difficult to understand. If I write down 0101011111, can you know what I'm talking about? It's difficult to understand. For the computer, yes, the machine may know, but you don't. Okay. The second one is too complicated to do. Data manipulation and storage. Okay. If there is an error, so I want you to do a data manipulation, you want to manipulate the data, how can you do that? All you see is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Which one do you want to edit? Which one do you want to manipulate? See? Okay guys, now we are going to compare two low-level language. You know those two, right? The first one is assembly language. The second one is machine code. We are going to compare this one. This two has the same function. Okay. The first one is assembly language. LDA first, ADD second, SDO sum. Load the first number, adding the second number, and then store the sum of the first one and second one. This one is assembly. Okay. This one is harder to understand compared to the high-level language. But assembly language is easier to understand than the second one. Machine code. Machine code here is, you see, this one is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, and so on. Okay. This one, you see, all is in 0, 1. This is in the hex code. Okay. So you see, it's harder to understand. And you see which one you pick. You can pick the assembly or the high-level language. But then, if you want to write down in the machine code, I salute you. You are super. So, most programmers use high-level languages. And less programmers using low-level language, assembly language. And least, yeah, it's so little are using low-level language, the machine code. So, this is another sample of assembly language. You can see this one. Okay, function, input character, input none, output character, and destroys call none. This one is a assembly language sample. Now, students, please observe this. From high-level language to assembly, then to the machine code. This one is high-level language. It's like this. Temporary, stored, this V, okay, the K is the number, okay, in the list. And then so on. It's like this. This one is a high-level language. It can be C++, Python, or Java. And then it's compiled into the assembly language. Okay? It's one of the sample of the assembly language. It's not C++, Python, or Java. This one is a high-level language. It's ARM, MIPS, or x86. It's assembler. Okay, you see, this is the same code, but it's written in a different language. This one is using assembly language. See this one? LW $T 0,0$2. It's even harder to understand. And machine language, you see 000, 1001, 1100, 0110. This one is completely machine language.